I really feel this video could be life-changing for you. I'm going to share something that causes real problems with many believers, and it's that middle mile. It's that middle part of your life where you're struggling and you think about giving up. And I believe that this message that I'm going to share with you today, which is too important and too well put in this book for me to kind of put my own stamp on it. Vance Havner's In Tune with Heaven, he puts it so well in this section that's called The Middle Mile. I just want to read it pretty much in its entirety. So here it goes. It says, to most of us, the most important parts of a journey are the start and the finish. But the part of the trip that really tests the traveller is neither the beginning nor the end, but the middle mile. Anybody can be enthusiastic at the start. The long road invites you. You're fresh and ready to go. It's easy to sing then, and it's easy to be exuberant at the finish. You may be footsore and weary, but you've arrived. The goal is reached. The crown is won. It's not difficult to be happy then. But on the dreary middle mile, when the glory of the start has died away, and you are too far from the goal to be inspired by it, on the tedious middle mile when life settles down to its regular routine and monotony, there is the stretch that tires out the traveller. If you can sing along the middle mile, you've learned one of life's most difficult lessons. This is true of all life's journeys. A boy hears a great musician and is inspired to undertake a musical career. Years later he makes his debut and leaps into fame. But those milestones, his start and his success, are played up in the papers. You hear nothing about the middle mile when he banged a piano until his ears rang. Those dull drab years when he was so often tempted to give it up and be a nobody. But it was the middle mile that made him, that proved the fabric of his soul. The middle mile is the testing mile in any art or trade. A boy and a girl marry. It's easy to be affectionate those first heavenly days when life is a paradise made for two. 50 years later, they lie in the sunset's glow, still in love, although time has bent and wrinkled them and silver threads have long since replaced the gold. But it is neither the honeymoon nor the golden wedding that tests the lover. It's the middle stretch, when rent is due and the husband has lost his job and the kids have become ill. That tests the traveller of the marital highway. A man is converted, he gets religion, we say. It's easy to be spiritual those first great days when the wine of new affection so intoxicates the soul. A half-century later he comes to the dark valley and a song is still on his lips. The heavenly vision is still bright within him. But the testing place of his religion was the long middle mile, when the enthusiasm of the start had passed and the goal was still far away, when the vision had dimmed a bit and a sense of things real came doubly strong. That is the test of his spirit. This grace of the middle mile, the Bible calls patient continuance. It's a wonderful art that few have mastered. It proves, as nothing else can, the character, and it gets least attention from the world because there's nothing very dramatic about it. There's something theatric in a big start or a glorious finish. There is nothing for a news reporter along the middle mile. But if you can keep a song within and a smile without on this dreariest stretch of life, if you can learn to transform it into a paradise of its own, you have mastered the greatest secret of victorious living, the problem of the middle mile. And I just want you to be encouraged, and I want to encourage you to just plough on, no matter how difficult things may have become, no matter how discouraged you may feel. I just want you to press on, keep going, keep your eyes on Jesus, and he will not let you down. And get through that stretch, because the finish will come into view where the glory is. Keep on, keeping on. Get through that middle mile. Glory awaits. He awaits. And his prize is with him.